Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Tuesday, 11th of April, 2023. So viewers, we are in the month of April right now. Remember, it's the first quarter of 2023. Does time wait on you? No, time does not wait on you. So remember viewers, I'm a licensed money lender. Those of you who are looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. As long as you have some form of collateral for me to hold, whether it's house, whether it's land, whether it's gold, we can do business. Remember, Real Talk Credit Union is offering you 4% viewers on a fixed deposit. Keep this in mind. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is offering you 4%. No other financial complex or institution or bank is giving you 4% on a fixed deposit. Do your research, check it for yourself, and when you're tired, you can call Saeed. So remember viewers, our numbers are on screen. You want to open an account for your family, for your friends, not a problem. Pop the number at all. And remember, you could start saving for your kids at an early age. So our numbers on screen, viewers. It's the central and south number. Remember, we open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Saturdays from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Both offices, south and central. Number 14, Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguanas is our head office. And we have a sub-office in San Fernando. Number 132, Cipero Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. Remember, call in numbers during our work hours, set up an appointment, come in and open an account for you and your kids. And the highest interest rate that is being paid presently in Trinidad and Tobago is in Real Talk. So, how many of you had fun over the Easter weekend? How many of you went on the beach? How many of you lost your loved ones? Trinidad and Tobago over the weekend was a crime spree. While thousands were on the beach, hundreds were committing crime. Some died. But nevertheless, as long as you live by the gun, you will die by the gun. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. All the religious books say the same thing. All says the same thing. So we have a little update for you concerning Eid. The government press release on Tuesday have stated that in accordance with Section 4.1 of the Public Holiday and Festival Act, Chapter 1905, Cabinet advised President Christine Kangaloo to declare Saturday, April 22nd as the date for Eid al-Fitr. Now, it will be recognized and celebrated as a public holiday in Trinidad and Tobago. It's an Islamic festival that marks the end of Ramadan, the holy month of fasting when Muslims fast from dawn to dusk each day. So viewers, keep that in mind. It's a holiday that the president have declared. So now viewers, our discussion for tonight, feel free to call in. The fire service in Trinidad and Tobago have been suffering for years for lack of proper use of equipment. A simple thing as a fire service. A simple thing as a fire service the government can't maintain. The government of the day wants the fire service and the fire attendants to keep bushfire from spreading throughout Trinidad, damaging houses. But yet, the firemen in Trinidad and Tobago cannot perform their day-to-day job, their task, because something is always wrong with the equipment. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed, and Eid Mubarak to all your listeners. This is the imitation vaccine vagrant.
My friend, how was the weekend?
For me, it was crunching, for better word. The amount of homicide and home invasion.
Yes.
You know, this weekend was one of the most prayerful weekends.
Correct.
And our commissioner of police say to pray. But one of the weekends where the Muslims, the Hindus, the Christians, the three most popular religion in the world, celebrated festivity with respect to our Lord. We had more crime than the carnival weekend.
Correct.
People, I compared it like that, you know. So what I want to tell Erla is to have carnival right through the year. We might not know murders and things.
True,
and you know
true.
who have been silent and who is pipped? The national security apparatus. But I want to specifically talk about karma and a PNM activist on the 25th of the 6th, 2020. A woman, I won't call her name. You know what she said on a video? What is the most heartbreaking video? She said, go to the home, jump the wall, and deal with them. She was a former UNC, and because the disciplinary and the fire, she went to the PNM. And that is what she said. So 2 years after, they say follow the leader. You see what is happening? Who homes invading? 99% of the homes are for one particular ethnic people. The police trying their best, but the police has a big issue, and it is leadership. They're taking a scarce resource that is competent policemen to deploy them haphazardly. You know where a lot of the efforts going into? Investigating legal firearms, the FUL. See how much police going into investigating that, and they're getting confused, and they are being put into the court. They're filing lots of lawsuits for them to answer, because those police have been wronging, and they are seen to being politically maneuvered and doing things for the political directory just to go after a man they call Gigi. Go and have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. Good. So viewers, listen to this. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States have stated that there has been a 12 consecutive decline in the cost of some commonly traded global food product. In an April 7th release, the organization reported the decline in the benchmark index international food commodity price in March. However, the FAO's chief economist, Maximo, stated that while prices dropped at global level, they were still very high and continue to increase in domestic market, which poses additional challenges to food security. The organization said the constant decline was driven by decline in world quotation in cereal and vegetable oil. So, is there going to be a shortage of vegetable oil? The FAO's Food Price Index track monthly challenges in the international price of commonly traded food products and noted that there is a 2.1% from February and 20.5% below the peak level of March. So viewers, tomorrow night we're going to try to get the president of the Supermarket Association, Rajiv Dipti, to take our call to let us know about the vegetable oil and what are they going to put in place if there is a shortage, because there's a lot of vegetarian in Trinidad and Tobago, and we know that they tend to stay away from meat and meat product and some dairy product. So we're going to try to get him tomorrow night and hear what he has to say concerning this. Now, keep this in mind. The vegetable oil price index was almost 3% lower than the previous month as ample world supply and subdue global import demand push down soya and sunflower oil quotation. That is something to look into, because we need oil for everything, Everything that is cooking, we need oil. There were also a decline in the dairy price index by 0.8% in March. It added that butter price increased because of solid import demand, while cheese dipped because of slower purchase by most leading importers, as well as increased availability in leading exporters. So, this is something that Rajiv Dipti will have to enlighten us, enlighten us about if there's going to be shortage, what the association is doing. Are they looking into a substitute? What's going on in the world market of food security? He is the only person in Trinidad could answer that. Because we can't turn to Paula. What will she do? What can she do? Absolutely nothing. Why am I saying this? Because the Scrap Iron Dealers Association, they are still waiting on their importation and exportation license. Imagine that. You open up on the 25th of February for Scrap Iron Dealers to purchase metal. But you cannot give them their license to export. So what is the use of opening the scrap iron? But nevertheless, we're going to hear what Rajiv have to say about this, tomorrow being Wednesday night. So viewers, we are going for our first commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about the $30 million that have been approved for fire service equipment after this break.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Remember, we are offering you 4% on a fixed deposit at Realtalk, and I'm also a licensed money lender. So if you're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. We would love to do business with you. So now, viewers, we're going on to the Minister of National Security. Fitzgerald Hines have stated that over $30 million was approved more than a year ago by Cabinet to acquire a fleet of vehicles for the Trinidad and Tobago Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. This is a year ago. A year ago. These vehicles include 3 water tenders, 1 emergency tender, 1 ambulance, and 1 chemical industrial tender, among other vehicles. Hines added that the procurement for these vehicles fall under the purview of the Central Tender Board and that the procurement process is at varying stage. So hear this. 1 year ago, they approved $30 million for Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service. But the thing is, up to now, not one fire truck or ambulance or other vehicle that's supposed to be coming to Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service 1 year ago now, nothing has entered Trinidad and Tobago to go to the fire service. Nothing. Imagine that, eh? But you know what? They're working for the people. They're working for the people. He said the procurement process from order to delivery takes between 15 to 18 months. When you go by a car dealer, listen this. When you go by a car dealer to purchase a vehicle or to pay down on a vehicle that they're shipping from China, Japan to Trinidad, maximum 2 months. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. You make a down payment. The dealer gets in touch with his dealer in Japan, China. Make payments. Send down paperwork. Vehicle is shipped. 18 months. 18 months it takes the government to ship one fire truck. 18 months. Imagine that. So let's just say now, in Trinidad and Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service shut down because the fleet that they have presently cannot function. What is going to happen to Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service? Are we going to have a fire service? Or are we going to have a bucket brigade in Trinidad and Tobago by humans? By neighbor helping out neighbor to put out a fire with a bucket? Previously, on October 6, 2022, the question on a comprehensive maintenance plan for the fire service, Hines stated that the plan was in effect. Listen to this.
13, maintenance of vehicles in the fire service. I see no increase. And under repairs and maintenance of equipment, I see 100,000. I think my colleague from Rio Claro will speak to the issues in the fire station in Rio Claro. I will speak to the minister's expectations and statements and whether this sum is consistent with his statements. And I refer to the Guardian of March 17, 2022. And they was talking about new vehicles and equipments have been handed to the fire service. And I quote, the minister noted that a comprehensive maintenance plan will be put in place to ensure that there is value for money. So I'm asking the minister, if the comprehensive maintenance plan of which he spoke is in effect.
Now, viewers, however, mere days later in a phone interview, he said there was no outstanding and massive request from the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service for equipment or vehicle. On October 6, 2022, when questioned on comprehensive maintenance plan for the fire service, Hines stated that there was one in effect. You see, it will take 18 months before equipment reach to Trinidad and Tobago. 18 months. You want to hear something? You want to hear something, Trinidad and Tobago? Now you tell me, if Hines is playing games with the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service, or is he naturally taking us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, for some dummies? There are now claims of mismanagement and neglect of the fire service, along with poor maintenance and misuse of vehicle by the fire officers. Firefighters stated that they have been struggling to keep up with the demands of the job, dosing numerous bushfire, homes on fire, and other emergencies owing to a lack of equipment and fire tenders. Within recent years, there have been a delay in the emergency response time because of a lack of equipment, which has compromised the safety of persons and their assets. So Hines, how long is it going to take actually for these fire trucks and ambulance and other vehicles to reach Trinidad and Tobago? How long? Firefighters have been complaining for years about this the incident of lack of response time, lack of proper fire tenders, lack of ambulance, lack of proper clothing. What about hydrants not having water, Hines? What about these things? So Hines, I want to ask you a question now. Who is lying? Are you trying to make the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago some clowns? Or is it that the fire officers are making up things as they go along? Who's telling a tale? Or in fact, who the hell is lying? Caller, good night.
Good night, Brian. What is it happening to this beautiful country for the last 8 years? What is it really happening? 55% of our fire plants is. Imagine, is it the government is telling the population, make sure I don't have no fire because we can't do nothing? Where are our money going, sir? Where is it? What has this government done correct other than building Balize House, sir? What about the police service? Do we know because you're calling sometimes? And you know what is amazing, sir? You call the 999 for assistance and no one answering. And sometimes they put you on hold. Imagine that is emergency. 999.
Yes, correct.
Everything is going down the drain, sir. Look at people, how people are suffering billions of dollars. Imagine with no fire truck, but you take 147 million and instantly to give to Carnival. How much money was paid by Faris Al-Rawi to Vincent Nelson? How much money was he paid? We heard allegations of Gary Griffith saying this man giving him 25 million to go after opposition members. How much more of this? Nothing. Our whole system is deplorable, sir. Imagine you're talking about increased electricity. You're talking about increasing water rate. You're talking about putting schedule on water. There are people without any schedule who haven't received water for months, sir.
Correct.
And they are paying a bill. What is it with this government? What is it with these supporters? What it is? Are they so dense? When Karna Prasad had so much thousands of items, 0 rated, the man said, hey, what he did? He dropped the VAT from 15 to 12.5 and spread it across the board. What Kachu was rightfully, sir? Does he think that people here are stupid other than his supporters alone, sir? When you talk, you look at the condition. You are under Jack Warner's works minister. We had cable barriers all along the Solomon Hotel Highway. Now everything has gone through, sir. Everything under this government. What is it they are doing, sir? What is it they are doing now? With our tax dollar, you bring in property tax, you bring in increase, all kind of things. And people don't, is it that they want to stay? That is their own concern. They want to rule and they cannot rule, sir. They cannot rule. They always complain and talking bad about Canada. But people was living a million times better, sir. It is time that people, all the PNM supporters, smell the rat, look at crime, look at the home invasion. Look at home invasion, sir. Look at home invasion. You're not safe in your own house. You see that the Prime Minister is rejoicing when people are being raped and all these kind of things. So it is time people stand up. Let us get this government out of power. People cannot remain for 3 years again. For 3 years, who knows, nobody may be alive in Trinidad and Tobago. It's time that this government, stand up people, get this government out. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, the need for more resources has intensified, especially after a victim perished in residential fire. The most recent tragedy occurred on April 1st in Siparia, where Kimba Morris, 42, and her 8-year-old daughter, Zaya, died in a house fire after they were trapped by burglar proofing. In an aftermath, Fire Service Association President Leo Ramkisoon lashed out at the government for failing to provide the necessary resource which could have prevented the sad tragedy in Siparia. Ramkisoon said, for 25 stations throughout Trinidad and Tobago, there are 8 operating without a fire truck. Heinz, where are you now? Where are you now, Heinz? One retired senior fire officer who spoke on the condition. Now listen this. Listen this. He added that the fire service has not been treated with the same urgency of the defense force and other arms of the protective service. Caller, good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live.
All right. I just calling to remind you when the Prime Minister was in position, he had said if the Prime Minister can't deal with crime, they may be part of it.
Correct. He said that, yes.
Right. I wonder if he says that now.
He will not hold himself accountable. Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear the opposition leader, Heinz, must be fired for rising crime. Right after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Real Talk viewers. Opposition leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar have stated, in a wake of an unholy weekend of murders, home invasion, robberies, and disorder, it is abundantly clear that Fitzgerald Hines have failed as the Minister of National Security and must be removed from office. So Trinidad and Tobago, do you think the Minister of National Security serving in that capacity, holding that portfolio as the Minister of National Security for Trinidad and Tobago, and now we haven't seen any performance from him, and now we have the Commissioner of Police now who has no expertise in the crime fighting field? Don't you think we have a proper peer in Trinidad and Tobago to keep the crime rate down? What do you think? Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Mr. Said, you believe that Hines could do anything?
Nah, he
You
can't do
remember when
anything.
Mr. Manning was there? Mr. Manning never put that gentleman as no minister. You know? Put him as a junior. You know why?
Correct.
Because his mentality is about juniorism. You understand? He doesn't have a senior position in his brain. That's why there's something wrong with him. You understand? Because you're telling people now that, hey, what's happening? You go by the home now and take out the children who walk out from school.
Yes, yes.
Go by the home now and take them out and bring them up in school.
Correct.
But you have to understand why the people children home in the first place. They are not book, they are not pencil, they have nothing. You understand? They stay home because you know why? They have nothing because they take away all the laptop.
Correct.
And all the freeness that the PP government was giving the children them to enhance themselves. They take away all that. But they're forcing the people children to come back in school and things. You know, I hear a gentleman call us now about Mr. Rowley. You understand? Mr. Rowley himself, when he was in opposition, he had all the solutions. And today they're 8 years in office, my friend, and
Yes.
they can't solve nothing, Mr. Saieed Ali.
Correct.
I want to ask you something. Anything in this country is working, my friend. All the ministry is falling on flat. Here when
Correct,
person
correct.
tonight on the news and saying they make $2 million in tickets by giving poor people them because the speed limit or kind of thing. That's what they're boasting on. You understand? Running on the highway. You understand? When motorbike and watching left, right, and center, speak on you on the phone. But while the traffic up in higher up the highway is stagnant. You understand? And
Yes.
nobody is not taking good pay attention to it. You know, and forcing the people them. You understand? You don't even call the family to find out something. What you can have home invasion right now.
Correct,
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Ali, everything in this country falling on people getting licked left, right, and center. Rob, a former commissioner, right in Bukal there. They went to the man home and beat up the man and the fan and take the man jewel and money and all that sort of thing and alcohol and thing. And nobody, when they call the police, you know the police saying, they are no vehicle. So when the fire service, go now, all the Trinidad and Tobagonian who voted for this party, go and see the Balisha Mall, go and see all the money going. You understand why the poor people in this country suffering? All the money going by Balisha House. You
Yeah.
understand? And the food in the family and friends' pocket. You understand? All the ministers of them. You tell me, Stuart Young and the family, they have a finance company, my friend. They have a finance company. The company that have no money. The government office. Give them one of the money, lend them money, and now the government borrowing from them now to give them back the interest, you understand? And you're telling me that this government is trying to build people sitting down and taking this kind of stupidness, boy? You understand why people suffering, food prices go up sky high,
Correct.
people can't walk the street in peace, you understand?
Yes.
Or I ask them Trinidad and Tobago, or they come out and do something, you know why? If I don't leave them people in there, when I talk about Guyana, remember when they say that? Guyana will catch a paradise competition that my brother. I thank you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, Persad-Bissessar stated that earlier this year, after Minister Hines presided over the bloodiest January in recent history, she called on Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley to take action, remove the clueless, incompetent, and negligent Hines from his cabinet. She said, less than 3 months later, the murder toll stands at 164. And since our nation became saddled with Hines in the capacity of the Minister of National Security 2 years ago, 1,134 persons have lost their lives. Caller, good night.
Very good evening to you, Mr. Saeed.
To you, my friend.
So we had 2 sexual assault matters recently. A girl that went to the interview
yes.
was assaulted by the man, and another one by the PH driver. So there is hope. Elon Musk, Starlink rocket, as soon as it goes to the International Space Station, our shipment will be coming. It has been manufactured on the International Space Station. So probably we'll get it soon. It's such a big joke. If these people had the pepper spray, probably that might deter or hinder the perpetrators. I just are sick about everything. All the best. Have a great evening.
Thank you, my friend. Opposition leader added that this past weekend, which was supposed to be one of prayer and reflection by members of the Christian faith celebrating Easter, was married by criminals who traumatized families in different areas. Prasad Bisesa also stated that each arm of national security, such as the fire service, lifeguard, and the police service, is in a disarray due to Hines' incompetency. Now, Trinidad and Tobago, like I said, we have the Minister of National Security. Does he know anything about security? That is one of the first questions I asked when he became the Minister of National Security. Does Hines know anything about security? No. We have the Commissioner of Police with no expertise, no training in the criminal field, but yet she is the Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Who is directing who? One in the police service without expertise, and the other one have no knowledge about security in Trinidad and Tobago. So who is going to direct who? No wonder why crime is out of control in Trinidad and Tobago. Because we have two puppets. A don't know about B, and B don't know about A. And bandits in Trinidad and Tobago, well, they're making a mockery out of our citizens. Out of our citizen, our hard-working citizen that pays tax, that makes sure Hines wear expensive suit and drive nice car and fly on plane with all expense paid. And this is what we reap today. As I always say, Hines cannot come around me concerning things about security, because one of my business is security and intelligence. Real talk security and intelligence. That is my business. That is my business. So when Hines and the Commissioner of Police wants to know what side is talking about, I have expertise in the field. When I come here and I say, every weekend, each police station in their own district supposed to be keeping a raid randomly to get rid of criminal elements in the community. What did the Prime Minister say? We are not going to release guns to citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because very soon Trinidad will be like the wild, wild west. But right now, the bandits have more firepower than TTPS. More firepower than TTPS. Who is the Minister of National Security? Fitzgerald Hines. Who is the man behind the chair, as we call the Prime Minister, who is the head of the Security Council for Trinidad and Tobago? And that is the man who said, we can't give everybody a gun. Bandits raiding businessmen's house, doing what they want. But a businessman cannot have a gun. Why? Because Trinidad and Tobago will become like the wild, wild west. Well, we reach the wild, wild west. But you know who have the guns? The bandit. Not the hard-paying tax citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Not them. The damn blasted bandits. Hines, what you have to say? You know, as a man love to call you out. I don't business who you are anymore, you know. Because you show in Trinidad and Tobago that you don't really care. You don't really care. You as the minister supposed to pull the commissioner in office Here what's going on. It's too much crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Get your officers active. But are you saying that? What are you saying? You are saying, Hines, it is not my job, being the Minister of National Security, to keep the citizens safe. Why did you pick up that portfolio? If you had to go on a media briefing and make those, it don't have a word. It don't have a word to say or to label this man as a Minister of National Security. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live.
Good night to you, Saeed, and your crew. The crime rate is really bad in this country.
Very.
And on top of that, there is a lot of parents and all who cannot speak to their children.
Correct.
Because the first thing they will say, you're abusing your children.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if police say they're abusing your children, let the government take the children,
correct,
put them in their home, the home them that they have, and see where they will be abused more, if in their parental home or the government home.
Recently, they hold a 15-year-old with a firearm.
Yes.
15 years old. Where you get that firearm?
Now, I have an issue that I really want to talk about, right?
Talk to me.
It's about WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am talking for the whole school trips in New Grant.
Okay.
I have lodged an official report to WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
I have gotten a complaint number because we have not been getting water here for the longest while. When the water comes in the line, it comes like it's draining.
Okay.
The people are going back out to the Naparima Road, doesn't get any water.
When you say
you want to believe this? We can tell you when water is going. When water is going, it's because they will open the pressure for a little 2 hours hard and whoop, the water gone. So they know what they're doing. Right?
When you say you haven't had water for a long period of time, how long are we looking at?
Right now it's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks and going.
And a tank of water is finished in a couple of days.
Yeah. And now, let me tell you, you're sending requests to the WhatsApp giving you request number, and they're not even bringing the water is a problem. They're waiting. But when the water come in the line, it's very, very low. Right? We have to buy water inside here. I was lucky enough to make some running and get water today. Now they keep telling me, they give me time to call back and thing, and they tell me they're investigating my complaint. I was supposed to call back today at 12 o'clock. I didn't get through, so I will call them back tonight. They say that they're investigating my complaint. They cannot understand why we're not getting water inside here. When it comes, it's very, very low. I don't know, according to Imbert, or the ministry, anyhow, according to Imbert, we are riot yet. So like the government waiting for Trinidadians to riot.
They are expecting
that. Do something.
My darling, thank you so much. I will see what I can do for you all in the New Grant area. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back from this break, I have something special for you all.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Caroni Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. I did say we have something special for you tonight. It's the month of Ramadan for the Muslims in Trinidad and Tobago. So we have Anisha Shal from Freeport. Now Anisha, how long have you been singing qasidas?
For about 9 years. For about 9 years now.
9 years?
Yeah, 9 years.
Now, where did you first sing your first song?
In primary school for a qasida competition.
Serious?
Yeah.
So you're practicing since primary school?
Since primary school.
Wow. So, practicing in primary school now, when you won your first competition, right? How you felt?
I was amazed. I didn't think I had the power to be like first or second. It was always consecutive first or second, and I didn't think, I had the capability. Yeah.
Okay. So after that, you started to sing more competition in mosques?
Internationally as well.
Serious?
Yes.
International?
Yes, from Guyana and Suriname and in Trinidad as well.
So you see, Trinidad and Tobago, Real Talk is only host talented people here, We bring them up from small and we expose them to the world. International, imagine that qasida going international from Trinidad. Woo. Congratulations, darling. So what are you going to do for us at Real Talk tonight?
Well, tonight I intend to sing 2 qasidas, an English one and a favorite around the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we have Anisha from Freeport. My dear, screen is all yours.
My heart is so full of longing. I wish to be close to my
darling, that was so good.
Thank you.
You have a voice of an angel.
Thank you.
Allah have really blessed you. MashaAllah. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to wrap up our show with our next song. Stay right there and don't move.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So viewers, welcome back to Real Talk. We do want to thank her for that lovely song. Anisha is her name. My goodness, you all heard that? You all heard the melody that is coming out of her voice? Allah have truly blessed her. So viewers, we are at the end of Real Talk with Saieed Ali tonight, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and we'll be right back here on Wednesday for Public Concerns. Now viewers, this song that you're about to hear, my director, he's a DJ, you know, but you see, coming to special events and occasions, he's very tender and soft, you know. He have selected this song for you. So viewers, I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to see you right back here tomorrow for another live show with Real Talk, Saieed Ali. Good night.
يا رسول السلام أنت مسك الغرام ليت لي فيك رؤيا حتى لو في المنام يا رسول السلام أنت مسك الغرام ليت لي فيك رؤيا حتى لو في المنام يا سراج المدينة أنت بلغت دينا أنت من بك حلت فوق مكة السكينة يا سراج المدينة أنت بلغت دينا أنت من بك حلت فوق مكة السكينة